Hi. The following is an edited version, reconstructed from memory, notes, and a partial tape of a wonderful interview that Sathya Sai Baba gave one morning to most of the foreign devotees who had come to Kodaikanal at that point, towards the beginning of Baba's 3-week visit to Kodaikanal in April of 1985. This was Swami's first trip to Kodai, and he stayed at Srinivasan's bungalow, outside of which, in the driveway, we had all gathered for darshan. There were about 40 of us there at the time. My own miraculous appearance there is quite a story. It was totally unplanned and totally orchestrated by Swami. And I recounted that in an article called Adventures with Sai Baba in Kodaikanal. It's on my website, www.atma-institute.org. And you can look for it there. On that day, outside in the darshan area, Baba instructed me to get the devotees together for a bhajan session. We had no instruments except for someone with a tabla. But the Westerners were energized, and the session came out really well. After 7 or 8 songs, Baba motioned for me to do the arati to him, and then after distributing the vibhuti packets he had in a basket, he told me to call all the Westerners in for an interview. It all just flowed. It all seemed totally ad hoc and in the moment. The interview followed, and it was an exceptionally rare jewel. Swami was so happy throughout, and that turned the occasion into a light, joyous affair. Swami spoke in English without an interpreter. The questions and answers were freewheeling. It seemed like everybody got involved. Clearly, after you read it or hear it, you'll surely agree that Swami's teachings that day were of the very highest order. He was exposing us to the purest Advaita Vedanta, the non-dual truth. So here's the interview. A devotee asks, Swami, what is the best way to relate to the world? And Baba says, do not think about the world. Do not spend time thinking about your relationships to individuals or to the world. These are all impermanent associations. They have to do with the body. The body is like a water bubble. The mind is like a mad monkey. Do not follow either the body or the mind. Follow the conscience. It is above the mind. It is permanent. It is the voice of God, the unchanging truth within you. Most important of all, do not ever think that you and God are separate. Think always, God is with me. He's inside me, around me. All there is God. I myself am God. I'm the infinite, the eternal. I'm not two. I'm one, only one. There's no one else besides me. I and God are one and the same. To realize this unity, the first step is to develop self-confidence. Where there is self-confidence, there will be love. Where there is love, there will be peace. Where there is peace, there will be truth. And where there is truth, there will be God. Without self-confidence, there cannot be God. think, God is in me. God is doing everything. Without God, I cannot be. All this is God. I can only think about God, for there is nothing else. God and I are one. I am I, one without a second. But now, what are you thinking about? Only the physical. You are forgetting God. You are thinking about the body. But the body is just a water bubble. Do not think of the body. The body is just a dress, only a dress. The devotee asks, Swami, isn't the body also God? Baba says, when all you think of is God, then the body is also God. But now you think of body as matter. Matter is always changing. The world is always changing. But God is not changing. God is the one unchanging spirit. The body is temporary. It's an instrument. You can think of it as the temple of God. Devotee says, Swamiji, is Swamiji's body also just an instrument? Baba says, this body is like all bodies. All bodies are just instruments. All bodies are only temporary. They have birth and they have death. The indweller of the body is permanent. That is the Atma, and that is the real you. The devotee asks, Swami, how to rise up to that highest level? Through love, only through love, Swami answers. Develop divine love. Divine love is completely selfless. Human love is mostly selfishness. All the time it is I. That I is ego. Ego is a very bad quality. Ego sees everything as separate. It sees everything as duality. You must remove this ego and see only unity. Where there is duality, divinity will not be present. Think only of unity. Think only of the basis of everything. But now for you there is only desire, desire, desire. I want this, I want that. These desires are all just passing clouds. They come and they go. One moment they give pleasures, the next moment they give pain. They cannot give permanent joy. It is these that make up the mind. Mind is nothing but a bundle of desires. Don't follow the mind. Don't follow these passing clouds. Desire comes and goes, but morality comes and grows. Morality is very important. Follow morality. Practice it. Swamiji, should we think of God as both mother and father? Your physical mother is with you only for some years. She's your temporary mother. Your physical father is only temporary also. The real relationship is different. Truth is your real father. Truth is permanent. With truth there is no change, no birth, no death. Prema, divine love, is your real mother. Here also there's no change, no birth, no death. Devotion is your real brother. Wisdom is your real son. Peace is your real daughter. For all these there is no change, no birth, no death. These make up your permanent relationship, your God relationship. This is your permanent family. So the devotee, astounded, asked, "But Swami, should I not take care of my family at home?" And Baba says, "Yes, you must. That is your duty. Do your duty." "But Swami, if it takes me away from God?" No. Take care of your husband and children. Do your duty. Duty is God. Work is worship. You must not forsake your duty. "But Swami, when God calls?" God is in you, Baba says. God is with you, above you, below you, around you. He's not calling or sending for you. He's always with you. You yourself are God. Think like that. I am the Atma. I am Atma. I am all. Devotee asks, "Baba, what is the relationship between Atma and the individual?" Baba, where is Atma? Atma is everywhere. How do you know? Well, you do not know now. What you say now all comes from your imagination. You have no experience. Do some spiritual discipline. Do some sadhana. Experience it. Realize it. But Swami, what I wanted to ask is this. Do I have an individual higher self that is related to me? Who is the individual, Baba says? Who is the individual? Individual is just your imagination. When Atma is one without a second, when Atma is everywhere, where is the individual? Only in your imagination. It's just an illusion. Atma alone is real. Realize it through meditation. Meditation will help you see the Atma. Devotee, then there's no higher being related to this body, judging me and guiding me? Baba says, now you are in 100% body consciousness. But do not stay with this body consciousness. Remove that. What will remain will be Atma consciousness. Then there will be no anger, no hatred, no envy, no jealousy, no hunger, no desire. Only complete Ananda. Bliss, bliss, bliss. But Swami, then what is reborn in reincarnation? Only the body is born. Birth and death only have to do with the body. Ego relates only to the body. Think of Atma. Atma is one, unchanging. For Atma there is no incarnation, no reincarnation. Swami, do I as an individual exist at all? I. First you must inquire, who am I? But Swami, is there no individual anything? When you realize the Atma, there is no individual. The individual is like a light bulb. There will be a difference of bulbs, a difference of wattages, and a difference of colors. But everywhere, the current going through all these bulbs is the same. That current is you. You are not different bulbs. You are the one current in all. Swami, is there any difference between me and God? You are God. You are not the ego. You are God. You are God. I am God? Yes, you are the Atma. You are permanent. The physical ego is not permanent. The physical is not Atma. You are Atma, not the physical. You are God. Think like this always. Do not think about the body. Think about God. The body comes and goes. For it there is birth and death, dust and rust. But you are not the body. Swami, is everything predetermined? Oh, yes. So the time that we take to merge is already mapped out? This question comes out of body consciousness. At the atmic level, there is neither time nor form. It is beyond time, beyond form. There all are one. Let that be your goal. All are one. Be alike to everyone. Swamiji, how do we become perfect? Only through love. Only through complete selflessness. Swami, is compassion a delusion? What you think of as compassion is only a temporary compassion, a physical type of compassion. There will be many people who want money, and then foreigners will come and give money. Beggars ask, and you give. But that is a very bad quality. You think you're giving charity, but that is not compassion. That is only beggar development. If they want food, give them food, but do not give money. Since you're giving money, they take it and use it to go smoking and drinking. Money makes many wrongs. Misuse of money is evil. Do not give money to beggars. You should want only love. You should want true compassion. God. Baba, I need healing. Healing on all levels, a devotee says. Swami, healing can only come through God. Think of God. God is everything. He will do what is needed. Think only of surrendering to God. Some persons will say, I am healing others, but this is just ego speaking. Healing cannot come through the ego. Thinking that you're doing healing is very harmful. You are not the one who is doing it. You are only an instrument. He is doing everything. Think only of Him. Love Him. Be Him. Swami, how can we love something we don't understand? Develop self-confidence. Then love will follow. It will come naturally from within. And that way the love will be pure. First comes self-confidence. That is the foundation. Then comes self-satisfaction. It is like the wall. Next comes self-sacrifice. It's like the roof on top. Finally comes self-realization, which is like the indweller who comes and lives inside this house. Without the foundation, self-confidence, the walls will fall. Without the walls, you cannot have a roof. Without a roof, there cannot be a house. So it all starts with self-confidence and ends with your realizing the self. That self is you. It is everything. It is God. Swami, does self-confidence mean confidence in the self? Yes, that's what it means. Confidence in the true self, the immortal self. That is very important. How to develop that confidence? Be equal-minded. Be satisfied with what you have. Be happy. The secret of happiness is not in doing what you like, but in liking what you have to do. That's a great truth. And you must always have complete faith in God. True greatness comes from faith. Now there's no confidence in you. Without confidence, faith will be wavering. Then where's there room for grace to come and for the divinity to be found inside? If you shut the door, how can the Spirit be revealed? Devotee, Lord, I want to arrive very early to you. What do I have to do? Through love, only through love. Love is everything. Love is God. Love is whatever, all. Love, live in love. Start the day with love. Spend the day with love. Fill the day with love and end the day with love. That is the way to God. Swami, I've been waiting 6 months for you to call me. Months and years are not important. Purity of heart is very important. Where there is no purity, there is no unity. Without unity, you cannot attain divinity. Then your life is just a waste. First purity, next unity, then realize the divinity. And Swami, purity comes from service, from seva. Purity comes from selfless service and love, Baba answers. All are one family. Serve all. Not just the Sai family, but the whole world family. All are brothers and sisters. All are one. Be alike to everyone. That is unity, the brotherhood of man and the fatherhood of God. Swamiji, in a country like Germany, where there's not much spiritual feeling, Baba interrupts. Germany, Japan, Italy, or France, only the countries are different. The heart is the same. Well, Baba, it's the seva I wanted to ask about. Can I do it in Germany? You can do it anywhere, wherever you like. With Swamiji, there's no consideration of quantity. It is quality that is important. Do not do service with the mind. Do it with your heart. You do not need to consider big programs, doing for many. It is enough if you do your service for one heart to heart. One heart to heart is enough. You should also limit your desires. Do not waste time. Do not waste food. Do not waste money. Do not waste energy. These are all aspects of God. Swami, how do we develop self-confidence and selfless love? It all comes through God's grace. Without grace, you cannot do anything. First, do your duty and think about God all day, from morning to evening. See everything as God. Be happy. Think, oh Lord, you are my everything. You are my goal. You are my breath. Do not think, this is mine, that is mine. Instead, think, all is you. All is yours. Think, I am separate from the body. This body is just a water bubble. I am separate from the mind. This mind is just a mad monkey. I am the conscience. I am the Atma. I and God are one. Think like this. Before this body was formed, you were there. After this body leaves, you are there. Without this body, you are still there. You are omnipresent. You are the unchanging Atma. You are the all. To reach this truth, you have to do some sadhana. You have to inquire, what is God? Who is God? Who am I? Jesus spent 12 years in the desert. Then he realized. You must also realize. The first step in realization is to always think of God. Then after some years, you will realize that you are one with God. In the beginning, you can think of this body and the world like this. The world is like a stage. I'm only an actor. God is the director. All are actors. He is directing everything. But then move on to realize in meditation that you are the Atma. You are the true self. You, yourself, are God. There's no difference between you and God. Baba, in meditation, my ego seems to get in the way. Where there is ego, there is limitation. Meditation is beyond the senses. There's no trace of ego there. Where there is ego, there cannot be meditation. If you think of God and live in love, if you limit your desires and do some selfless service, the ego will soon disappear. Then meditation will be pure and the mind will be quiet. Now you say, I want peace. But remove the I, which is the ego. Remove the want, which is desire. And the peace will be there, waiting. Shall we tell these things to others, Swami? Do not talk so much. First do some sadhana. First do. Then be. Then talk. Do some meditation. Do everything with love. Do good. Be good. See good. After that you can talk. But even then, only a little. After you develop self-confidence and love for God, then you can share with others. But it is a good rule to talk very little, even about God. In sadhana, there will be internal talk with God. You will give up all other attachments and attach only to God. Remember, talk is easy, but practice is difficult. Practice, then you will get results. Remember the real goal, which is immortality. What is the way to immortality? It is the removal of immorality. Immorality refers to anger, ego, jealousy, lust, hatred, greed. Remove all these immoralities. That is the only way to attain immortality. This is very important. To remove immorality, you must follow the conscience. It is the voice of immortality. Swami, how do we recognize the voice of conscience from the other voices present? Conscience is always only one. Conscience is one. Whenever there are many voices, we call it conscious, but not conscience. Conscious relates to the little self. It is the condition of the mind in the waking state. There will be many voices and differences. But conscience is always one and unchanging. Conscious, conscience, and consciousness. These are three terms that must be understood. Consciousness refers to Chaitanya. Chaitanya is the omnipresent, supreme spirit, the one all-pervasive reality. From it comes conscience, which is the voice of truth inside. Conscience is the soul, the spark of the divine. Conscious refers to the various instruments. All this in the world can be called conscious. It is all part of the conscious state. There are 4 states. The waking state is conscious. Then there's the subconscious, which relates to the dream state. The deep sleep state is unconscious. And in and above all these 3 is the superconscious. Conscience is the voice of the superconsciousness, the divinity that's residing within. On the spiritual path, you rise from conscious, which is what you perceive in the world, to conscience, the divinity which is in your heart, to consciousness, the one omnipresent, unchanging sound. These are the 3 stages in life, which have been spoken of in a number of different ways. First, we think, I am the body. In the Vedas, this is called Aham Dehasmi. I am this individual soul. This is the human quality. Then we go to the Aham Brahmasmi. I am God. This is the divine quality. Swami has been telling you this in other ways also. You are not one person, but 3. You are the one you think you are. That is the physical quality. You are the one that others think you are, and that is the mental quality. And you are the one you really are. That is the Atma quality. This was stated by Jesus in another way. First he said, I am the messenger of God. This too is the dualistic stage, the Advaita stage. Between the messenger and God, there's a vast difference. It is the master-servant relationship. God is the master, you are the servant. This is the initial stage of devotion. After some time, Jesus felt, no, I'm not just a messenger. I am the Son of God. Now he felt close family relationship of father and son. This is near and dear. It is an inner, not an outer relationship. This is the semi-dualistic or the Vishishta Dvaita stage. Later, Jesus announced, I and my Father are one. At that point, Jesus and God were completely inseparable. Both were one, the one Holy Spirit. This is the monistic stage, the Advaita stage. This is real. It is the true and permanent relationship. What is true for Jesus is also true for you. At the beginning, you are aware of the physical relationship. You say, I am a devotee. I am a servant. I am a messenger. After that, you speak of an inner, subtle relationship. You say, I am a spark of the divine. I am the reflection of God. I am the Son of God. Then you realize there is only the one. I and God are one. There is no difference. There never was a difference. There's no separate you and God which have become one. Always there is just the one without a second. Truly at that point you can only say, Aham, I am, or I am I. At that final stage, you would not even say, I am God, for in that there is still a trace of dualism. You only say, Aham, Aham, I am I. That is the highest truth. Yes.